Hello everyone, this is Aditya here. Tennis. It's been one of the most popular sports in the world. In the recent years, you've had on the men's side the big three Nadal, Federer, and Djokovic dominating the sport. But rewind a few years back, it was a time of Sampras and Agassi. The two legends dominated the sport, again had their own set of loyal fans. But along with them, there was one athlete in the men's game, for me, who defined true grit. The athlete was Thomas Muster from Austria. Thomas Muster was a promising youngster in the early 90s, and at the age of 21, he met with an accident which almost left him paralyzed. Here's a story of true grit, a story which all of us need to know, and that really defines fighting against the odds. While some of you might know the story, this story deserves to be told.
I never feared anyone. There was respect, but there was no fear.
Ladies and gentlemen, Thomas Muster.
He was a player who would stand up to any opponent. Thomas Muster's will to win was shaped by a defining moment early in his career. In 1989, just hours after stepping off court in Miami, he was involved in a near-fatal car accident.
I was very lucky to actually really survive that. It could have been much worse, but yeah, I had a terrible knee injury, and my back, which I had on the left shoulder, was actually crunched under the left rear wheel. But luckily it wasn't me. It was a terrible situation, but it was also a way for me to get grounded again, to focus more on what I wanted to do.
Immediately, that single-minded attitude Muster would show time and again on court was evident in his hospital bed.
We've been on a comeback trial the first day after the surgery, and it was good because my mind was set and kept and focused on training. I had my full program every day. I was doing my gym work, I was doing tennis, I was playing on a special chair designed for me just to hit balls while I was sitting. So I was motivated. I was on fire, and I couldn't wait to come back and get back out there on that center court and to prove to the world that I could do it.
Muster did just that, underlining his resolve with a remarkable comeback, barely half a year after the accident.
I played like 6-7 months later, and I played on the tour, and it took me about 9 months to win another tournament, and I was back in the top 10 the year after, and it was a tough time, but it was a good time, and I really started to appreciate what I'm doing, that this is my job, that I'm really missing it, and it was painful and it was terrible, but in a way that's part of my life story, and I think that's something I'm going to be remembered for, is going to be my comeback.
After returning to tennis, Muster never looked back. One of the all-time greats on clay, in 1995 he won the ultimate crown on the red dirt, lifting the trophy at Roland Garros.
To have a slam in your pocket is very special, and that, you can imagine that rock that falls off your shoulders when you actually win that match point, and like, I don't know why everybody falls down, just like sort of that relief. I enjoyed that moment, and I was very emotional, and it's like your whole life is just like a little film, like little shots, when you were a little boy and you were dreaming about lifting that trophy, and very special moment.
That triumph came during a remarkable unbeaten run on clay, which culminated in one of the sweetest moments of his career. Less than a year later, the Austrian was on top of the world.
my number one in '96 was based on my 12 tournament wins in '95. And, the streak of winning 40 matches, it's been a record for a long time. So that 12th of February, '96 was very special because you wake up in the morning, and I remember as it was today. Well, I'm still getting goosebumps. See, no, but I don't know how many people can say that measurable that they've been number one in some best in the world, and that's I love that moment.
Muster was ahead of his time in many ways. He refused to accept anything but the best when it came to preparing for his biggest matches.
We would fly rackets, for example, from Madrid to Vienna on a private jet on a Friday to string him overnight and bring him back next day because I couldn't do it. So I used to spend half my prize money in a private jet to get those babes back strung for the final.
The perfectionist finished with 44 ATP World Tour titles and a very special career to reflect on.
I have so many things to tell, and I hope I can one day have grandchildren. I mean, and they will ask me, grandfather, what did you? We know you've been a great tennis player, and I'd love to tell them those stories because I think they're fantastic, and they've been part of my life, but you can learn so much out of these situations. I really enjoyed what I did. I mean, I will never regret anything I did, and that decision to become a tennis professional was the best decision I've ever made. There's a wish, there's a dream, and sometimes there's success. Just gotta believe in it.
That's all I have for you today. I hope you like this video. Do share it if you like it. Until next time, see you soon. Take care. Be safe. Thank you.